Hi everyone, welcome back to another episode of Bakunyanyang. Joining me today is Mirza.
Hi guys.
So for today's episode, we're going to talk about to be or not to be in a relationship. So let's Bakunyanyang. Okay, the first question that I actually want to ask you about is to discuss about the good thing about being in a relationship. What do you think the good thing is?
So the good thing about being in a relationship is that you got someone to support you mostly all the time. All the time. And then got your back. And then usually your biggest achievements, them being supportive about that. Even the smallest progress. And then them being proud. It's the best thing actually. Here, the feeling of
Being in a relationship, something like that. Yeah, I actually agree with you. Having someone to be proud of whatever you achieved, or even the smallest things that you achieved. Having someone to be proud of it, it feels good.
Yeah, even like support them too, like seeing their doing their best. It's like, oh wow.
Yes,
That's
I agree. Yeah. Someone that even though
being in that moment.
Exactly, I agree with that. I totally agree with that. There's also one thing that it's from my point of view, it's better to have a relationship that the person is far away from you, like the distance ito. Like if you have a long distance relationship, some people say that having a long distance relationship is a bad thing because sometimes it's hard to communicate and stuff like that.
The trust.
The issues about that. But to me, I feel like it's better to have some distance with one another because it's better to have some safe space, like space.
Ruangan masa.
To be honest, it's better to have that because it's not good to have like macam hari, like you always be with them all together. To me that it's better to have safe space within one another lah. Yeah, unless you're actually already married. Lain cerita lah.
True.
Yeah. To me, the first thing that pops out in my mind is having someone always there with me.
Yeah.
See, to me, that's the good thing about being in a relationship. If you have troubles, if you're down or anything, if you just want to be with someone, you always know where to go to. Something like that lah.
But for me, it's like I like it to meet them every day.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. It's like that's my my.
Yeah, your own opinion. I mean, everyone has their own perspective on how they want to juggle their relationship. Yeah, I understand. Yeah, but one of the reason why I actually like a distance relationship. I mean, I don't want to say like a super long distance relationship. Like aku di Brunei, you di KL punya. I don't want that. I just want like a distance relationship. Menuju rapat bana, menuju jauh bana, something like that. One of the reason is because how do you say this? In a long distance relationship, we wanna spend more time with our friends. Like it's not like it's only her or him.
Yeah.
I also want to spend more time with my friends too. So in a long distance relationship, I see that as a perfect opportunity to actually spend more time with my friends as well, and vice versa lah.
Flexible.
Yes, so that's what I want to look forward to when I am actually in a relationship, something like that.
You know how like usually when we get compliments from friends or family, like, oh man, you're doing a good job. I mean, like, you're looking good. You just like saying thanks. Macam atulah kami terima saya. Macam thanks. But when you get it from someone that you like or love or adored, it's like you keep that compliment for a long time. Because it means a lot to you.
I agree.
Yeah. And it makes you feel so much better in a way. Well, that's my way.
Understandable. Yeah, I guess that's the good thing about being in a relationship. There's far more good things about being in a relationship, I'm pretty sure.
There's a lot.
Yeah.
There's a lot.
Yeah. Even the thrill of meeting, like you said, the thrill of excitement of meeting them. It's one of the good thing about being in a relationship.
Getting butterflies.
Exactly, something like that.
And the best part, like for me, like the best part is being there for their hard times, like worst times or worst bad days.
Yeah.
I'm more of that thing, daripada yang hari bahagia tu, like the good days. But I like being there because it will mean a lot for them, because like there's someone atulah having their back, like support, and then lifting them up, like you know, when they're down, you're like lifting them up.
You just like to be there for them. I understand. Sometimes people do like it to be there for one another, something like that, and it gives them more clarity to the relationship, something like that.
Especially
it's
like
a good thing.
Kalau orang ada period apa, you go and you know, like buy stuff and then make a care package for them, and then adalah like giving it to them like surprise.
I understand. Making them feel appreciated. That's good. I mean, most of the people would love that. I'm pretty sure a lot of people would love that. Definitely. So now let's talk about bad relationships or toxic relationships. For me personally, I have actually been in a bad relationship for a couple of times. One of my first ever relationship, I was my significant other was actually not trying to communicate with me that well, something like that. So I don't usually have the, like, whenever I try to communicate or talk, sometimes my significant other is not there. So one of the bad relations that I have is almost about communications lah. What do you think about that?
People always say like communication is key. You know, it always actually helps the relationship to grow, to be a better, you know, version of it.
I actually quite agree with that, because if you don't have that communication skills with your significant other, I don't think you yourself is ready to be in a relationship.
Everything falls down.
Speaking of being ready in a relationship, how do you know that you yourself or anyone that they are ready to be in a relationship?
Well, for me, it's like there's no a certain point or a time that you are ready. It's just like sometimes it like come out on its own. So it's just there. It's just like, oh, you get that feeling. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and I do understand about that. See, when you say that, there are signs or stuff that makes you think or makes you want to think that you yourself is not ready to be in a relationship, such as you want to focus on yourself first. For example, like if school has been so hectic, if work has been so hectic, you don't actually have the time to actually commit to your significant other. So one of the signs is basically you just want to focus on yourself first, something like that. Sometimes we do actually ignore these things that when we enter into a relationship, but how do you say this? But if your other aspects of life is taking priorities over your significant other, that's how you know that you are actually not ready to be in a serious or in a relationship with someone, because you have other priorities that you need to focus on. That's one of the signs that I think is how you're not ready to be in a relationship. You just need to focus on the other priorities of yourself. Like focus on yourself, focus on your work, focus on your school. Yeah.
But it depends on every, each one of us. Sometimes we can manage it, with time. Time management. It comes to our own decision. In life.
But there are a lot of people who are damaged. There are a lot of people who are broken from past relationships or just traumas or just what they see in general in life. So a lot of people might say that they're not ready to be in a relationship because they're not happy about themselves. So that's also one of the reasons I feel like that they should just focus on yourself or try to be happy for yourself first. because we all have things that we want to change about ourselves.
Yeah.
That there's a lot of insecurities that we want to change about ourselves, stuff like that.
Yeah.
That we want to work on it before we enter into a relationship.
But for me, my experiences we can actually macam be happy with ourselves fix ourselves.
Mm-mm.
You know, but actually in a relationship you also can do that. I mean,
yeah, we just need to fix ourselves before we enter into a relationship. If we're broken, then it's not fair for your significant other to have a broken version of you. You get what I mean?
Yeah. For me, and you said that at the end we can fix ourselves like on our own, but actually like in a relationship too we can actually like in sometimes your significant other will make you more, a better version of yourself. Yeah, sometimes for me, they give you a lot of confidence. Like I used to be like, very insecure of myself, and then after a while I look back, it's like there's nothing to be insecure about. It's like you are actually good enough.
I agree.
You look actually, if you ever encountered the right person, it helps you a lot. It makes you a greater version of yourself.
I see. Yeah. It's now that led me to think about my experiences. Like your significant other has basically your low self-esteem, something like that. See, if your significant other have low self-esteem, in my opinion, they would see their relationship as like a black and white relationship. It's like it will lead to having some issues in communication and perception, just because they have some low self-esteem. Yeah, people with low self-esteem, it can take a major toll in their relationship, in my opinion. But all in all, nobody's perfect. Nobody's
perfect.
Yeah, that's why people always wanna work on their self first. Like if you wanna work on yourself, then it's probably best to focus on yourself.
Depends on people.
Yeah, it doesn't matter how long or doesn't matter where, when. It's totally up to you. It's your life. It's your choice. You're independent. Just do you. You do you lah. It's like that.
You want what you want.
Yeah. Speaking of communication, like if you don't know how to communicate effectively, like I said, communication, it's not easy. It's not easy.
Even how people say that, like people want our like healthy relationship, and then you gotta go through those phases. Actually, you gotta be strong, strong mentally.
True.
Mostly mentally.
Yeah.
Emotionally too.
Yeah. If you don't feel as though you can listen and make compromises, it's probably a good idea to focus on developing that skill and learning and growing in ways that
learning and growing.
Yeah, learning and grow ways that I guess help you become a better communicator, I guess. Yeah, something like that.
Sometimes like problems or complications. Try to actually, it's easy to solve. I mean, like if like mature enough to understand what we're going through.
Yeah, something like that. 3.
Sometimes like problems are actually easy to solve. Like kadang-kadang it's like small problems people make it big, but actually just like it can be, fixed. That's kajap siya.
Yeah, I understand. Something like that. There's actually this saying I found in an article. They said sometimes it's better to leave your issues unresolved. What do you think about that? Do you think that you should? I mean, in order for you to keep your relationship last long, should you keep your relationship? I mean, should you keep your issues unresolved, or should you solve your issues with your significant others?
For me, I should resolve it.
You would resolve it.
You don't want to, like end it just that way.
Understand? What about if it's just like a, small argument that sometimes these arguments would last long up until like 10 to 15 years, something like that, especially when you're married for like 40 years now. Like sometimes those arguments come back up. So why do you think that you should actually solve the issues that you have with in your relationship?
So it's like if the conflicts jadi something good, then you resolve it.
It brings
a better some relationship
benefits to the relationship.
Benefits to the relationship. When it comes to if it's making it worse, then we should not resolve it.
Yeah, I get. Yeah, well, from what I believe, some couples do have some unresolved issues, conflicts, and sometimes both of them would just accept and understand that some conflict is just inevitable, something like that. Yeah, it's just that there will always be a certain things that they don't like about their partner, something like that, but they just leave it because they've already accepted it.
It's like flaws.
Yeah, something like flaws. Yes.
Yeah.
Or just something like they don't agree with it at all. It's like, I have to wake up and watch football at night, something like that, and then they just accept it and then just not argue with it anymore. So, but your significant other doesn't like it, so you just leave certain things be it. So you basically just accept it and understand one another.
Well, for me, it's like if you're actually like in love with that person, like we don't really care about their flaws. Their flaws is like their perfection to your, as their imperfections are your perfections.
Yeah,
that's
people.
View.
Speaking of this conflicts, people sometimes need to be smart as well, because sometimes trying to fix or resolve a conflict can also lead to more serious consequences, something like that. Some battles are simply not worth fighting for. Something along that way lah. Yeah. Then sometimes the most optimal relationship strategy is just to go with it, accept it, understand it, and then resolve when the time is right, or just leave it unresolved. That's my opinion on it.
That's right.
Yeah.
Well, for me, I'm always gonna resolve everything. It's always not for me. That's a healthy way.
I guess. Yeah, I guess that's one of the toxic relationship statements, I think. Yeah, because there are some relationship statements that people think is toxic, but actually is just not toxic. Like, being willing to hurt each other's feelings, but not in a bad way. You get what I mean?
As in like jokingly?
Yeah, it's like a healthy hurt comments. I actually don't know, but like minor, bebo na to something like that. Something that you always do with your friends, like when you're with your close friends, and then sometimes you just and then some kotos ngucap dia. Tapi it's actually just we both know it's nothing serious. It's just fun way of us being together, connecting with one another, something like that. Yeah, it's like a joke, I guess, something like that.
Yeah, for the conflict, like if it's making the relationship in a better way, then we could just continue to resolve it if it's good. And some people might not continue it if it's bad, but for my opinion, like I would actually resolve every single thing. Don't end it just like in the middle of the road. Just you gotta
Okay. Yeah, true. Yeah, it all depends on how people want to resolve their issues, or how people want to or try to be in a relationship. They all have their own perspective on it. They all have their own opinions. They all have their way. So yeah, it all depends lah. Chumana kamu mau, chumana your significant other wants. So I guess safe to say is discuss with your partner. Chumana kamu mau ani. How do you want to do this? How do you want to tackle this?
Sit down
together, have a proper talk. So I guess that's my advice to people who have conflicts with one another. Okay, so Mirza, there's this there's always people telling that, oh, they're so low key, or they're pretty active in social media, or their relationship is very public. What do you think about it? I mean, do you actually like to keep it low key, or do you actually want to keep it public? How much are you willing to share with your friends, or your close friends maybe, or are you willing to share it with your family?
I mean, for me, it's like keeping it low key, but not macam private, but not a secret.
Yeah. Okay.
People knows that you have someone. You know, you don't like hide them. You know, and they like post them once in a while.
Yeah.
So appreciate them, like what do they do, but really, that's what I do actually.
So in a relationship, do you actually straight away tell your family that you are actually in a relationship?
Well, it took about a few months, kind of, macam after a while, and then they slowly kind of know, usually, that I'm, having someone. Yeah, especially kalau telefon senyum-senyum.
So is it better to tell your parents?
It's better to tell your parents, actually.
Okay.
Yeah.
Or is it better to just somehow they know about it? Like
it's better to tell.
It's better to tell them themselves.
Yeah.
Okay.
So they won't think something else.
So is it the same goes to your close friends? Directly tarus bagitaw, or just
close friends, the bros is actually that's obviously you gotta tell because you fell in love and all that.
Even before the relationship, you actually are telling your friends.
Yeah, because like you're having a crush on this one. I mean, like you're trying to chase. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I'm talking about chasing.
Yeah, chasing.
Chasing. Actually, you don't give up. You never give up. Actually, and it's always actions over words. Yeah. If you show them, that you really want them, do it. Never give up. Even if I know sometimes they won't reply to you or anything. Just try. If they have, if they post a story that they're having a bad day, just, think of something. Well, I usually do make a box and then full of, their favorite stuff. And then make a letter that you're gonna be there for them, and during their bad days or good days, always be there no matter what. It's they know where you are, where to find you. That's what I usually do. That's what I did to get my significant other, my wonderful partner. Yeah, that's what.
Yeah. I mean, to you, it works.
It works.
Yeah, to you it works.
Never giving up.
I'm pretty sure there are some people that didn't work out when they try to chase.
Yeah.
For example, people like me. Yeah. I tried to chase. I did. I tried to chase, but sometimes what you're chasing is nothing. It's not there. Sometimes they don't have the feeling. They actually don't see you that way. When you end up chasing them anyway, but it doesn't work out.
Yeah,
I have an experience on that.
It takes sometimes it takes about 3 to 5 months. In those 3 to 5 months, you should know that they like you or not.
Yeah, I learned a lot.
You can see it.
I learned a lot.
Yeah.
By chasing.
But it depends on people's experience.
Yeah. I would like to share my experience on chasing. Anyways, I used to chase a person, of course.
Of course.
So when I try to chase. But then I'm already willing to do everything for your significant other. I'm willing to go here and there. I'm willing to do this and that.
Yeah.
But somehow you would end up nothing. You get nothing from it. So you should know when to stop chasing, in my opinion. That if you're chasing blindly, you yourself know that the person that you're chasing doesn't want this, doesn't want that.
Yeah.
But you chase either way. If the other person already tells you that, I'm actually not looking for this or that, why are you still chasing? Don't waste your time. A sign. Yeah, that's one of the signs lah. But also, there's a lot of people that didn't say that they don't want this or that. They're not willing to say that. But you should know the signs apa itu ini, when to stop atau especially when they're not replying to your texts, especially.
Sometimes
you
we're
should stop.
blind.
Yeah.
We're still.
So yeah, you have to know when to stop chasing. If they're not actually, if they're giving signs of they don't want to be with you, they don't want to talk to you, they don't want to spend time with you, or they keep on avoiding you, not avoiding you in person, like avoiding you, trying to avoid texting you, avoid indirectly. You just have to know. I mean, you will know if you like that person. You will somehow know. I'm pretty sure you'll somehow know. Like me personally, I have encountered a lot of that. Try to talk, try to be with them, try to spend time, I try to do stuff, but somehow their energy just gives something, something. So I don't want to do that. Yeah, kind of off energy. So that means you just have to stop. What about you? Do you have encountered something like that or anything?
I did recently. But I still kept going. For me, is that I always kept going until they give a real sign. But sometimes I would actually just be apart.
Yeah.
And slowly fade away.
Okay. Would you say ghosting them is a good way of
ghosting them? No.
It's not a good way.
You need to have a specific reason to why.
Okay. Yeah. I also have this statement. It's also based on my experience. Being willing to end it for all, and just end it. Because there are some people who are afraid to hurt you. But to me, if you're in a relationship, of course, along the way, you are gonna hurt one another. I mean, be it a good hurt or just a bad, hurtful thing, be it that. Along the way, you will hurt your partner's feeling. I'm pretty sure. But then, if it comes to at a certain stage where it's just time to stop, you should know, or you should be willing to end it, because some people say that it is toxic to end it, just end it like that, because of that. But you have to know. You also have to be willing to end it, in my opinion, because, like I said to you, the partner. Let's say the partner is afraid of hurting you, but they already lose interest. They already lose everything within you. Apa semua sudah. Tapi they still want to keep on going because they're afraid to hurt you.
Yeah.
They don't want to end it.
Tapi lagi sakit.
It's always hurtful. I know, but then. You have to know when to end it lah. Because I have an experience once. This person lost interest, and then somehow is still with me for like another few months. Like throughout that 2 months, lack of communications. I mean, I already know that my significant other is busy and stuff like that. So I respect that. I trust my partner fully, of course.
Yeah.
Tapi and then. So once in a while, you want to have a communication. You want to talk. You want to talk about your day. You want to talk about everything.
Free time.
Exactly.
Make time.
Yeah, you want that.
Sometimes like people don't make time.
Exactly.
Sometimes you free your time to talk to them.
Exactly. Yeah, but then when you kept on doing that for like another 2 to 3 months, you just have to know that you should just end it. It's either you or your other significant person, To me, I didn't end it because I didn't know. Like I said, I trusted that person. I want to respect her. But the person is the one yang lost interest sudah. But then the person is not willing to end it because her reason was afraid to hurt you. So that's kind of BS in my opinion. So you should not have those kind of vanilla reasons. Like you should just be willing to end it, in my opinion.
Just like honesty. Oh yeah, honesty. That's one of the
yeah, like shoot myself to love you, something like that. I guess.
In a relationship, you can't lie. Never lie. Actually, never hide things, because eventually they'll know.
Yeah.
Everything. What you feel in your heart, but you just lie it out. You just don't never hide. Never a good thing. Yes, if you have arguments or problems with each other, you don't put a third party inside. Jangan membabitkan orang lain.
Okay.
That's you know, it's your
Continue.
it's both. It's me and you versus the world. Me and you versus the problem. I see. There's no other person. It's like
it's like
never go to someone else to
it's between the two of you. You don't need to involve any other people in it. It's your relationship. It's you and her, or you just don't need to involve anyone at that point.
Basically, it's like no, never.
It's you guys put a problem. You deal it with kamu dua saja.
Yep.
Yeah. Like I said, sit down properly, have a good talk about it. Yeah.
Kalau pun the sit down pun it's like video call.
Yeah.
Listen.
Have a talk lah, basically.
Yeah,
have a talk with your with your significant other.
Have a talk and understand. Just don't jump to conclusions. Assumptions.
Yeah. Okay, so what about, you're not in a relationship, but then you're talking to like a number of people. So what do you think about that? Is it okay to actually talk to a lot of people, but then you're not in a relationship, you're not exclusive, but then you're talking to a lot?
That's not okay. That's more of a player, in a sense of it. I think that is a freaking player.
that is indeed a player right there.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, like, if you actually like someone, you focus with one. I mean, like, from the start, even if belum exclusive, it's like,
I understand.
One.
Yeah, it's also like macam, if you're talking to a lot, but then you're not exclusive, so the other person that you're talking to, they might have high hopes on you.
Yeah,
they might develop some hopes,
feelings.
Yeah, that's the problem right there. If you do that to a lot of people, end up kadang-kadang people yang orang yang kuat pun, like they have strong mentality and stuff like that, they would end up, I'm pretty sure,
emotionally
sikit pun ada tu, ganti ada hope to build up sikit-sikit. The more you do it, the more the other person will feel the hope, something like that. I have a bad encounter with that one. Totally bad.
Fools. I'm just like speechless with people like that. Like, why do you do that?
Exactly.
Why?
Kenapa orang sanggup buat macam tu? Tapi they shouldn't bah. Because people are doing that. Kadang-kadang.
What is your motive?
Exactly.
I mean, like,
it's like, are you trying to use us, or are you trying to use them, or are you trying to play with them, or are you just trying to get some experience, or are you just trying to develop your skills?
You'll I mean, like, you're ruining people's trust on you.
Yeah, you would end up probably ruining the other people that you are trying to talk to and stuff like that, other than yourself. It's pretty weird, Canada.
You like to ruin people's lives. It's bad.
Yeah, I understand.
That's just the worst, actually. That's just the worst. Like, people who actually talk to multiple people is just the worst.
Yeah, definitely. Well, we have talked a lot about relationships, to be in it or to not be in it. We have talked most about your experience, my experience. We have talked about the benefits of it.
Yeah.
We also talked about how you are ready in a relationship or how you're not ready and stuff like that. So I guess that's the end of this episode. Thank you everyone for watching. Like and subscribe. And don't forget to follow me on Instagram. Follow Bakunyanyang on Instagram. See you on the next episode. Goodbye everyone. Thank you so much.